This conference will now be recorded.
This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, all of you, and it is once again a entertaining and encouraging opportunity for me to share some of my little knowledge, very little knowledge, with all of you young engineers. Happy to see you back after yellow belt training. I'm able to see all old names here. And I try my level best to share the knowledge as far as green and black belt is concerned. In fact, more work has been done in yellow belt only, but green and black belt require emphasis on the tools, whatever we are using. When compared to yellow belt, this green and black belt, especially black belt, okay, will be bit tough because we go one step above. Green belt is okay, no problem, an improved version, but black belt we have lot of activities. Now green and black belt put together they are giving. So therefore, lot of activities are very much required. Please permit me to share the screen, please. What we learned in yellow belt was all the stages of DMAIC. And define was discussed with few tools like SciPoc and CTQs. Also, I explained about the QFD. Okay, QFD was not required at that time actually, because I was not knowing about the components of your system. And now in green and black belt, we are going to have more concepts, and we'll be working a bit depth. As I told you, you may find it is a bit difficult. Okay, especially today's class is the beginning. Those who have not studied this potent CPM in your chemical engineering will find a bit difficult. And next class we will be discussing about the design of experiments, factorial experiments, analysis of variance. These are all the strong tools of the Six Sigma. As far as data is concerned, you know very well, so therefore I am not going to repeat about the types of the data like continuous data, discrete data, attribute data. But there you have missed some tools. I'm not criticizing, okay, but I felt that you have missed some tools, so I have brought those tools this time, and certainly I will be sharing with you all these tools. I feel that 3 classes may not be sufficient. We will plan today. I have planned up to 7 p.m. only due to my health issues. But next class we will see where we can sit for 3 hours and have some of the tools which we have left in yellow belt, but they are also very important for green and black belt. Now the question is that where is the yellow belt? Yellow belt is the first belt which is in the lowest phase. Generally they are not responsible. They will be given information about the project. Green and black belts, they will be involved much, and these people are trained by master black belts. And it is the master black belt and white belt, they are the champion people. They are the superpower people who will have grip on the project. So let us just see how far this Six Sigma green and black belt is useful to the organizations. Root cause problems, of course, root cause problems are analyzing will be done through this fishbone diagram you have done already, fishbone diagram. But unfortunately, I did not inform you that whenever y is equals to f of x is a function where x is the input and y is the output, the things will be right. But whenever the term variation is appearing, that's where the sigma comes into the picture. Sigma refers to the variations. Variations leads to non-conformities. Non-conformities will lead to defects, and defects will lead to less yield, and less yield will lead to more cost. See, this is a chain of reactions. For a production process, we should not have defectives at all. If the process is proper, then defectives will not be there. But at the same time, we also say that 100% efficiency is not possible. Then what is the issue? That's where I am coming back to you. That's called root cause analysis. We can touch somewhere about 99%, but we are not able to touch about the 100%. Why? Because f is equals to function of x comma z. Y is equals to f of x comma z. So what is that z then? Because x is defined as the input parameters. The z is defined as the uncontrollable parameters, or what we call it as noise parameters. Whenever I say, let me take a simple example. I'm driving the vehicle. Whenever I say I'm driving the vehicle, steering, moving, right, left, these are all the inputs. And the vehicle will be moving. That is the output. I will be going to reach the destination. But what about the road, type of road, correct? And what about the traffic? What about the rain? So these are all what we call it as uncontrollable factors. I've given just example of a car driving, but bring it back to process. So y is equals to f of x comma z is a very important concept in Six Sigma. Taguchi concept, we call this as Taguchi concept, and that's why we need to identify this z. Actually, basically they are uncontrollable, but we need to find out. See, x is controllable. Your feed material like materials, methods, machines, all controllable. This is what we say in control chart as assignable causes and the chance causes. Chance causes you cannot control. You do not know which is a chance cause. Even in green and black belt also, we continue our effort to see that the yield is high, the throughput yield is high. We call it as first throughput yield. Now let us say the first throughput yield is somewhere around 93, 94%. I can say that it's very good. It's very good process. But your first throughput process itself somewhere around 80, then it is very difficult, and we need to find out the root cause of the problems. Okay, so therefore you find out the Z factor and eliminate the defect in the process. Now another point is also that customer will not expect you to give a product which is not performing well. That is what we say, quality is equals to performance divided by expectations. See, that numerator is performance you have designed, but the denominator is very important, expectations. The customer expectations are we, if you live up to the customer expectations, then you are successful in the product manufacture. Okay, so we need to identify that Z. That's what avoid process variation and waste. Now, when you come to the waste, the question is that there are 3 to 4 terms will come, which we have defined with control chart. Actually, control chart will come in green and black belt in the control phase. Okay, we will be discussing process capability and process capability index, process index. An in-depth study is planned because it is a black and green belt. Can we reprocess it? We call it as rework it, or is it a scrap? It is a reworking. It will be very perfect. Okay. Iron, for example, something has happened, you remelt it. But chemical composition, some chemical reaction, as can say aldehyde has been converted to benzoic acid. Now we need to find out, can we revert back? So there is a need for us to standardize the process. What do you mean by standardization? Very important. What is called as achievable performance index, we call it as. For every production, there are certain conditions. Those conditions have been standardized and accepted by one and all. And when I start manufacturing a product, let us say paracetamol, okay? If I incorporate all those conditions, I must get the expected production, achievable production. Now, the question is that I have a very setup. Okay, I am getting only 85 now. With my process, with my machines, with my methodology, I can get up to 92. That is what benchmarking. You need to now move from 85 to 92. If you do like that, then you will be moving a bit from 4 sigma to what we call it as 5, or then if you are little bit vigilant and use the proper tools, you will go to 6 sigma. Most of the time, these industries are somewhere dodging about 2 sigma, 3 sigma. So first they have to come back to 4 sigma, 5 sigma. This is called as local improvement. That is only possible by find out what are the key requirements. Okay. Now, what is this green and black belt is composing? This is what is there. Revision of DMAIC strategy here defined. Already you have done some tools, but some tools you have left out. Especially the brainstorming tool has not been discussed. So this time I have come out with a very in-depth work of the brainstorming. How many techniques are there? Last time only 635 was discussed, but we have a lot of other techniques like lotus diagram, etc., etc. Then in the measure stage also, some data has not been measured. So this time we are going to discuss about what is called as R and R. Next class will be very, very important class, hands-on experience will be there. That is called gauge R and R. That is what we known as repetition and repeatability, reproducibility. Repeatability and reproducibility, that will be discussed in the measure stage. That is what I have mentioned as measurement system analysis, MSA. Okay. And then we have analyze. There, this hypothesis testing will be there. Several hypothesis testing concepts are there now. What is that? When the given set of data, that is, we have taken a project, we have considered some experiment and we got some data. Is the data normally distributed? Then what has to be done? If the data is not distributed, that is what we call it as non-normal data. For that, we need to go for different testing. Okay, we call it as non-parametric testing. If the data is normally distributed, we go for parametric testing, and non-parametric testing, that will also come in hypothesis. Okay. Then we will be identifying the factors. How many factors you are identifying in a process, and what about their levels are there. For example, I identified 3 factors: pressure, temperature, and particle size. So these 3 factors are analyzed in how many levels? Let us say 2 levels or 3 levels. When you analyze, now what do you mean by this level, and how do you select this level? How exactly it is working in production system? All these things will be discussed under ANOVA. Once again, it is a hands-on experience in which working out will be more. All of you should have pen and paper with me so that we will be working parallelly. And finally, this design of experiments. Whenever you want to come out with new products, new process, etc., how we are able to plan. And in your yellow belt, there was only one concept was told, was DMAIC. This one, DMAIC. This was only told, but in yellow and green belt, in green and black belt, we need to find out what is DMA DOV, what is DMA DV, what is DSSS, and what is DFSS, design for Six Sigma we call it as, and what is CFPM. Okay, all these things will be discussed. Now, of course, the depth will be DMAIC, but all the surface or a bit about 30% information will be given about DFSS. Now, in the case of the defined stage already, very first one in the defined stage, you know very well what is known as A3. In fact, last time you did not discuss. Okay. A3 is nothing but what I call it as, most of you have heard about A4 drawing sheet, sorry, A3 drawing sheet, A4 bond sheet. All our papers, whatever we take, project, we write report is A4. So A3 is a very big paper in which it is divided into various zones, and all the details about the project will be written in that. I will be sharing about that, not today, maybe in the next class. So that is about A3. Okay. After that, the very first concept is project identification or project charter. All of you have done a good work in your yellow belt about project charter. So therefore, I am not repeating project charter. Okay. But you have not discussed VOC. VOC, VOB, VOP, VOE. Okay. All these are, and we can link what is called as VOC with upper specification limit, lower specification limit, and the mean of the product. Okay. So that will also be discussed. Voice of the customer, on how many platforms or basis you are going to collect the voice of the customer. Why? Because why you have to stress? Please recall your discussions in yellow belt, what I told. It is called as pull system, not the push system. And the pull system will come from customer. And go back to the definition of the quality which I was telling you. Q is equals to P by E, where P is the performance and E is the expectation. And from where this expectation is coming? This expectation is coming from the customer. E is giving us what he wants. Okay. Then project management basics. Today we will be discussing about that only. Project management. What exactly meant by a project? When you call it as a national project. Okay. And what are these national projects are? I'll give examples. And what type of time elements are there in all these projects. For example, even constructing a fertilizer factory or installment of all the heat exchangers or catalytic bed exchangers. This is a small project within a company. Okay, it is not that project always should be very, very big. Project can be anything. A small part, for example, modernization of the heat exchanger, that is the project. Packed bed rotating column, yes, it is a small project. Micro channel is a project. Okay, so like that, every small work can be identified as a project. So I will be discussing today much about the project management. It's very essential for green and black belt, PERT and CPM. I'll be discussing very shortly. Project management planning tools, these are the PERT and CPM are there. What is the difference between a PERT and a CPM? Okay, when you are taking probability into consideration, why should you take probability into consideration? Because as I told you, Z, beautiful. I salute Taguchi because excellent definition he has given. Y is equals to f of x comma z. Okay, so that z is playing a havoc. For that, it is necessary to consider probability. Finally, what is called as team dynamics, this has been discussed. For example, norming, storming, all these things have been discussed in yellow belt. I will not be repeating. Now, this is that defined stage. Here we have to clearly target the problem and what is its scope, and what are the problems of the existing process. Teams will determine the objectives and what best we can do. As I told you, you can start with a new work or you can modify an existing work. But for any work, it is documentation is very much essential. Now, these are the things which were discussed last time itself. Now, TOC is not discussed last time. We will discuss TOC a bit later. Theory of constraints, we call it as. And TLS is extension of TOC. Theory of constraints, Lean Six Sigma, we call it as. Okay. Brainstorming, we have to discuss. Okay, because only 635 has been discussed. SIPOC has been done, but affinity was not done. Stakeholder analysis not done. WBS not done. CTQ was done, and VOC is not done. So like this, I have come out with various issues. Now let us go straight away to project. Okay. Now, as far as project is concerned, we need to understand so many aspects about the project. Let us go to my workboard. All of you can start writing whatever I start, because I will tell you step by step how to go ahead with this project management, because that is the project identification. First of all, let me tell you what is a project. Project means it is a symbolic representation of various activities. Now, let me write a simple diagram like this here. Now, I say this is a project. These concepts include the construction of a fertilizer factory, a cement factory, a sugar factory. So many things. You may wonder, you may ask me, what did you write? You have not written anything. You have just written circles and arrows. Yes, I agree with you. I have written circles and arrows. Perfect. You are smart. But look into the diagram a bit later, a bit deeper. Arrows are coming in between circles only. Means there is something for these circles. Then some arrows are culminating. Some arrows are diverting. And two arrows may be there from 1, 0. But you will find that 0 is beginning and 0 is ending. What is this description, sir? This description is called layman description. Of course, it is not a technical description. Why? Why? Because we have not attached the significance to these arrows as well as circles. If I ask you furthermore, what else you can understand from the diagram? Because we are all engineers, no? So we have a better way of thinking. Sixth sense have to be employed. Okay, then I can say that the information is flowing from what is called as left to right. Fine. But I am not reaching my point where I started. Okay, let me indicate that as 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Now 1 to 2, something is going on. From 1, there is 1 to 2 and 1 to 3. Again, 2 to 4 and 3 to 4, something is culminating. And 4 to 5 is marking the completion. Yes. Now, generally, what we call this 0, no, this as node, NODE. And we will call this one as activity. So how do you define activity? Activity is defined as actual performance of doing the work. Means present tense. For example, the class is going on, we say. If somebody says class has started, that is over already. Class will be ending, that is future. Yes, they are what we call it as nodes. All past tense and future tense are called nodes. Nodes are also known as, generally we call them as events. Sometimes we will be describing in our local conversation that an event has happened in my life, an unforgettable event. Like that, a node or an event shows that the activity is going to commence. And the activity will end in the event only. What does it mean? The class has started at 5:30. That's an event. Now class is going on. That is an activity. Class will end at 7 o'clock. That is an event. Got my point? Past tense, future tense, present tense. Now, if you go, now why I am telling you that? Because we need to identify that Z. Z is included to so many aspects. I will also give certain examples, daring examples, which are of national importance. See, construction of airports, construction of dams is a national projects. They're all called national projects. Even in your cities, flyover construction, okay, or port construction, stadium construction, I want to say, is all really they're all national projects. But why do we think so much about national projects? What is the reason? Unfortunately, my discussion is not linked to cost. And in this diagram, whatever I have written is not spelling anything about cost. But cost is involved in the project. Yeah, I need to link cost. I will link cost. That is what we call it as cost estimations in project. Of course, when you include cost, you will be interested to reduce the cost. Why you want to reduce the cost? You do not know. Now, for example, if the project is expected to be completed, how do you say? That's what I told you. When you go from here to here, the total time required is called TE. We call this as TE, total expected time. We call it as total expected time. Okay. Now that has got lot of components. Simply the TE will not come. Always you say that yes, you may come with a mind that today class will be good. That is what we call it as TO. optimistic mind. Then, no, the class may not be good or the class may be tough. This is what we call it as pessimistic time. And another mind, the class may be good or not good, I will manage myself. This is called most likely time. So now what we have to do is all these three times, okay, have to be considered. This is the problem for me, okay. I'm not used to use this. All these times have to be combined and we have to get T expected. Now that's what we'll go back to this, and here I say this is activity A. This is activity A and it is taking 3 days. Then this is activity B taking 2 days. Say 2 days. This is activity B. Then this is activity C taking 4 days. This is activity D taking 3 days. Activity E taking 8 days. Now the question is, how did you come around 8 days, 7 days, 3 days? Of course, there is a different methodology. It is beyond the jurisdiction of today's class. Come back to the concepts that how do we represent A? Of course, A is represented as 1 to 2. Because A is the activity which is occurring between the nodes 1 to 2, then 1 is known as initial event. You need to note down very clearly because it is not able to write very neatly on this. I am using the XP pen on the pad. And 2 is known as head event. Okay. Now what has happened? 1 to 2, when you say 1 is initial event, 2 is head event. Of course. What about 2 to 4? 2 is initial event for which event? 4. And what about 4? 4 is a head event for which event? 2. But 4 itself is an initial event for which event? 5. Means here you find 3, 2, 4. These are dual events. Means they act as initial as well as head. Okay. Now let us say that your activity C, okay, is depending your activity C depends on the completion of B, then the dotted line is known as dummy activity. Okay, so dummy activity is the one which will not take much time. So this is how a project will be indicated. Now what you have done is you have done activity, you have mentioned on arrow. So therefore this is known as AOA system. 99% we are following AOA system only. Sometimes what happens in the textbook, we find out activity is represented in the node. This is called as activity on node system. But don't follow AON, follow activity on arrow only. Okay? Now let us go to the handout what I have. Please open your handout, whatever I have given you. Let us try to understand. Now what is meant by this? For example, yeah, Okay. Now what does it mean? The project is started with 3 immediate activities. All the 3 are starting. Now what do you mean by these 3? Independence. In the previous diagram, you found that C and D are successors. They are dependent activities. C was depending on A. If you add dummy activity, it will depend on B also. D was depending on B. And E was depending on combination of C comma D. Okay, that's the meaning. Now what is this meaning? If I write like this, and let me say D, E, F. Here all the 3 activities are culminating and the project is closed. Okay. Now go to the next one. Here I have written A, I have written B, here I have written C, here I have written D, and here I have written E. Now, if you want to number the events, this is number 1, this is number 2. This is called as Fulkerson's rule. And as per Fulkerson's rule, we generally draw the numbers. Now, how do you define this project has got 5 activities? Activity D and E are expected. Now, this is known as partial situation because you have not been given information about where exactly D and E is going and how A and B are commencing. Therefore, it is called as partial situation. But still, we can define what is known as C is an activity which depends on A and B, and D and E both they depend on C. Okay. So I can write, or I can, whatever I have explained is called as verbal. In English, all those things are called as English. But I will write now like this. A comma B less than C. Okay. Similarly, I will write C less than D comma E. See, what is the point here? This less than in the sense, the activities which are represented on the left hand side, they are the beginners. We call them as predecessors. And the activities which are represented on the right hand side is called successors. So C depends on A and B. What does it mean? Among A and B, if A completes early, B doesn't complete early, then we can say A is having extra time. That extra time is known as slot. Okay, our slot is also known as float. So we need to identify for each activity, is there any slots or floats are available? Means excess time is available. Let us say that the activity is not having any float. That is what we call it as zero float. The activity is having zero float. Then that activity is known as critical activity. See, the name itself indicates that you need to perform this activity because it is critical. Now, the path, see, path of all critical activities is known as critical path. Okay, and this method is known as critical path method, or generally represented by CPM, not Communist Party of India or Marxists or something like that. Now here, what is the point to be noted is just you are taking for granted that everything will happen then and then only. Never you have mentioned that that activity is not occurring, this activity is not occurring. Everywhere you are mentioning activities occurring, means this is known as deterministic. Okay, you are deterministic. You are deterministic. Means you don't have doubt. Now, once you get doubt, then probability will come into the picture. Then what we say? Probability of occurring A is 90%. Okay, that is what we known as PERT. PERT means program. P stands for program, PROGRAMME, program. E stands for evaluation, and R stands for review, REVIW, and T for technique. This is a beautiful technique. Why? Because national projects generally we use this. Question is that $1 million question, whether a project will have one critical path or two critical path. That is the question. We call it as parallel CP. So when you have a parallel CP, then you need to find out which is the correct CP, because that only you have to choose for the completion of the project. So we have a lot of considerations in that. We'll be discussing about all those things a bit later. Okay. Now, this is what meant by fundamentals of what we call it as the network construction. Please note there are 3 stages are there. First stage is network construction. The network construction will be depending upon the project elements. In that you should know which one will come first, which one will go first. For example, you are constructing a building. Now what will be the first and foremost activity? You have to select the site, correct? Now after selecting the site, what is the next one? You have to get the plans approved by the municipality authority or somebody. Next, you have to go for the foundation. See, what is the nature of all these activities? They are parallel in nature. So when they are parallel in nature, there is no question of slot or float. All are critical only. Once you locate the site, then you start foundation. After the foundation, what you will do? You will erect pillars, correct? So erecting the pillar follows the foundation, means again it is a series activity. Means one has to occur after the other only. If the previous one is delayed, the next one will be delayed. That's why what happens, there will be a lot of delay in the national projects. Of course, I will tell you what will be the problem if the project doesn't complete in the expected duration. Okay. Now, after the pillars, what you will do? You will construct the wall, correct? Yes. Once the wall is constructed, what all the works you can do parallelly? Electrical works you can do, water plumbing works you can do, floor works you can do, correct? See, these are all called parallel activities. Now here the concept of float will come into the picture. When I'm telling you that here A is having what is called as some extra time, means then it can start or stop a bit late. That is what we call it as free float. Okay, every activity will have a float called as free float. Now these are all the basic things, and parallel critical path is a very important aspect. And I will give you an example. Hyderabad constructed one of the best airport called Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. You know, the total period of inspection TE was 2 years. But you know, actually the TE took place 1 year 9 months. Okay, so 1 year 9 months means there is saving of 3 months. Okay, this is that project has completed before the scheduled time, so the probability will be 100%. Now there are instances in Hyderabad where TE was 3 years, but the project completed in 10 years. Now this is called as escalation. This is the problem. Rates will increase. Cost of material, cost of labor, everything will increase. But you have submitted the budget for completion of 3 years. You started in 2000, but the project ended in 2010. It was scheduled to be completed in 2003. Whatever the rates you have quoted, no, they were in 2000, but the project completed in 2010. What you will do? You have to embrace, that's all, yourself. That's why sometimes the contractors will commit suicide, because the project cost will exceed. Now, what is the reason? Z is the reason. That Z factor has played a havoc. Okay, so Rajiv Gandhi International Airport was constructed in 1 year 9 months only. Means they have worked out on this what is called as parallel critical paths. So we need to work on the parallel critical path so that the project can be completed in earliest period. Okay. Yes. Now we will go with some of the problems. Okay. Now for you, a beginner, it's very easy. Please go to the second problem. When you go to the second problem, first find out here which is the first event. Now this is called as the project information is given in event form. The first problem is called as algebraic form. The third problem is called as algebraic form. Hope that all of you are having the handout which was shared long back. And the fourth problem is given dates. See, the time is mentioned. 4 is totally different from 1, 2, 3. Why? Because in 1, 2, 3 we don't have period. Without period it is nothing. You are not able to decide anything. You do not know when the project is going to be completed, and you don't know how much time, extra time is available for each project. Okay. And the fifth one is again event oriented, but time is given. Now go step by step. For example, go to the second problem to begin with, very easy. What does it mean? Find out how many events are there. Up to 8 events are there. Correct? What is the first event? First event only. And from first event, find out how many activities are going. Only one activity is going. Okay. Please remove this side small screen. I'm not able, because I want to use complete area. Please remove this. Yeah, fine. No problem. Now let me go to the second problem. Let me indicate the diagram. Okay, 1 to 2. Then from 2 there are 2 activities are there. From 2. What is this? 2 to 3. Now 2 to 3 is known as B, and 2 to 4. 2 to 4 is known as C. Then 3 to 6, 3 to 5. So from 3 here there are 2 things. Now before writing the numbers, what we should do now, we should see how 5 and 6 are connected. 3 to 6, 3 to 5 is there. Then 4 to 5, then 4 to 7, then 5 to 8. Okay, let us say 3 to 6 and 3 to 5. Okay, 3 to 6, 3 to 5. Then F, 4 to 5. Now this is 4 to 5, F, and 3 to 6 is D, and 3 to 5 is E. You draw correctly, because I am not able to draw as it is a pen. Now find out again from where it is going, 5 to 8, 6 to 8, 7 to 8. Okay, 5 to 8. Now where is 7? Where is exactly 4 to 7? So from here 4 to 7. Now what is that 4 to 7? It is G. Then 5 to 7. 4 to 7. Okay. Next 5 to 8. Okay, 1 minute. This is a this is not there. This is not there. Now go to with 6 to 8. See, this is 6 to 8, 7 to 8, 6 to 5 to 8. This is 5 to 8 and 7 to 8. Okay. So what will be the correct network? This will be the correct network. 1, 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, 2 to 4.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah. Tell me,
Sir,
what's the
we are not
problem?
handouts regarding the problem, sir. We are only given the PPT.
Oh, okay. I'll do one thing. I will write the problem then. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I write the. Can you note down the problem now?
Okay, sir.
I'm writing the problem now. F is over, then G is 4 to 7. I'm not having experience in this. That's why I try to use whiteboard next class onwards. 5 to 8 and I 6 to 8 and J 7 to 8. Now noted. See, this is the problem what I had given in the handout. Now here first find out which is the first event. 1 to 2 is the first event. So what you do, first write one to 2. What is this? A. Now from 2, how many things are there? 2 things are there. See, 2 to 3. What is this? B. And 2 to 4. What is this? C. Correct? Then 3. From 3, there are 2 things are there. 3 to 6. 3 to 6 and 3 to 5. You can ask me, sir, how you are writing 5 below, 6 above? Because there is another activity called 4 to 5. Okay. Now 3 to 6 is D, and 3 to 5 is E. Then 4 to 5 is F. Correct. Next 4 to 7. So where is 7? 7 I have to make now. 7. Actually, this is wrong way of writing the network, because no parallel lines must be there in the network. There are some rules are there in drawing the network. We cannot have, now for example, if somebody leaves the project like this, okay, then it is wrong. Why? Because a project should have what is called as one final node. Here there are two final nodes are there, so therefore this is not a completed project, incomplete project. Now 6 to 8 is there, 7 to 8 is there, 5 to 8 is there. So what is called as see, now this you make it first. 5 to 8 is known as H, and we'll come back to 4 to 7. See, this is what I call it as 4 to 7, and 4 to 7 is G. Then 7 to 8, see, this is known as J, and last one 6 to 8. Your arrows must be straight, bhaiya. It cannot be what is called as like this. This is called as circle or hanging. For example, I cannot join 4 to 8 like this. Okay, this is wrong. This method of writing the network is wrong. No hangings are allowed, no parallel activities are allowed. Okay. Now this is known as drawing the network with the help of what we call it as nodes. So nodes were given, it's very easy. Followed, any doubt is there? Now if this is there, it's very easy, but the next one I'm going to give you algebraic way, that is different. If it is followed, let me rub this and go with the next method of constructing the network. Done. Shall I rub this?
Yes, sir.
Student, yeah, because I have to, time is running, no, so we need to, okay. Now take another issue, problem. Find out here how you are able to construct. This is different way. C less than H comma F, F less than G, A less than E, B comma D less than C, E comma G less than I, A less than D. See, this is known as algebraic way of identifying the problem. This is bit difficult, okay, when compared to the previous one. Previous one is easy. Now here what you need to do is identify first those letters which are not seen on the right hand side. If you find the letters which are not seen on the right hand side, they are called independents, means they will start together. If you find like that here, there are two letters, A and B, correct? So therefore, your project will start with what is called as two independents Okay, B and A, and write down 1, 2, 3. Either you can write this as 2 or this as 3. So I told you first to identify the letters which are not seen on the right hand side. They are called independents. Now what does it mean by C less than H comma F? See, this is what meant by C less than H comma F. Now what I am writing is called partial situation, and you have to club all these things later on. See, this is G, this is F. F less than G. Less than means always I told you left hand side is a predecessor, right hand side is a successor. A less than E means this is E, this is A. Now for these are called partial situations. For partial situation we don't number the events. B comma D less than C. This is B, this is D, this is C. Okay. E comma G less than I. Okay. A less than D means D is successor for A, means here from A there are two things. One is D as well as E. Now all this has to be combined. Okay. We need to know very careful how to combine. Now whenever combination is to be done, combine here, come here. For example, what is the next activity after B? You see here, C depends on B and D. Okay, so therefore here you make it, now this is called as 4, I call this as C. So C less than B. Now here I will put one more arrow and I will call it as D. See, this is over now. Correct. Then from C you are able to see what is called as two activities, H and F. There is no information about H, there is no information about I, means these are final activities. But if you take F, F is predecessor for G, and G itself is also a predecessor for another activity I. So therefore we should be very careful. And A is a predecessor for E. D is already over, so therefore here there will be 5 and this is E. E. Okay. Now what is happening from here? Okay, there is F6 and this is G. See, use this information. And you have completed almost the network is over. Now what about H and I? There is no information about H. So therefore what you should do is make the final node 7 and call this as H and this as I. Okay. So this is how the project has to be written in this fashion. Understood? Because the next one is going to come. The next one is based on the project construction. So far now we have not determined the time. Now I will start telling what is the time, how to include the time, how to start the time, etc. You should be very, very careful now. Shall I go with the next example? With time. Now this is the example without time. You do not know now when the project is going to complete. But now I am going to take one more example where times are there. We need to understand what is the, how many times are there for each activity. Okay. Any doubts are there? No doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Then if that is the case, now the next part is very, very important now. These are all fundamentals. The next part is time estimates. For each activity, there will be different time known as EST. Please note down the expanded form. Earliest starting time, this is indicated by square. Earliest finishing time, EFT will be equal to, that is also square. Now EFT finishing time will be equal to starting time plus duration. Okay, will be equal to EST plus duration. Duration will be given to you. LST, latest starting time. Latest starting time is a reverse. Latest finishing time minus duration. Now, if somebody asks when the class is started, you have to go back and say that 5:30. Okay, like that, finishing time will come minus. Okay, so then total float is equals to LST minus EST. Okay, or LFT minus EFT. See, these are the formulas. Now, whenever you are constructing the network time estimates, there are two rules are there. One is called as forward pass. And in the forward pass, please consider longest duration. Now, what do you mean by this? This is in junction. Okay. Backward pass. In backward pass, we have got shortest duration. Okay. So free float is equals to EFT selected minus duration minus EST. Please note that these formulas are not available correctly in any textbook. Independent float, how independent each activity is. Now these are all the concepts in which we can eliminate Z. Independent float will be equal to EFT selected minus duration minus LST selected. Now whenever I write selected, it is junction. Okay. Interference float is equals to total float minus free float. Okay. So these are all the formulas which to be remembered. Okay. Now I hope you have noted. We will now go ahead with a problem. Now for your purpose, let me write a very small project, okay, and let us identify. Now here I am giving you directly the network. Please note that I am drawing the network and I am writing the duration of each project. Just some network I have taken for you to get familiar. Okay, let me write the period also. Now here let me write somewhere like 2 days. Let me write 3 days. Now start from the beginning. See, the project starts with 0 time. This is called as 0. How much time it takes? 3 days. So completion of A will be by 3. And please note that 2 is a junction. So you do not know what is the time from the other route. So don't enclose this. This is what we call it as the junction. Junction means forward pass. You are going from left to right. That is called forward pass. Now here, come here. 0 plus 3, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. See, when compared to 3 and 6, 6 is bigger. So 6 has to be taken, not 3. What does it mean? Then A has got 3 days extra. That is the meaning of free float. Okay. Now 6 plus 2, 8. See how I'm writing the time. 3 plus 3, 6. And this is the junction. One road comes like this, one road comes like this. Now 6 plus 3 is 9 from one route. 8 plus 2 is 10 from other route. So 10 is bigger. So that 10 is to be taken. Okay. So now the project completion is by 10 days. If you have any doubt, please ask me now, because now I will go back. From 10, I will come back to 0. Now I told you 2 is a junction, 6 is a junction. Okay. And 3 is not a junction. Why? Because 2 activities are emerging. Junction is the one 2 activities are converging. Understood? This is the project completion. It takes 10 days or 10 years or 10 weeks for the project to complete. Now all the times written will be very important. Why? Because we are going to write down this, what is known as activity, like this, duration, then EST, then EFT, then LST, then LFT, then total float, then free float, then ID float, then interference float, then remark. All these things I have to fill up now. Now before that, let me go back to the network. The project starts. See, all starting times are indicated by squares. Okay, finishing times are indicated by inverted triangle. So for example, here the project is completing 10 days. So see, this is 10. 10 minus 3, 7. Now 10 minus 2, 8 in this root. 8 minus 2, 6. 6 minus 3, 3 here. It is a junction now. And 7 minus 3, it is 4. So 3 is a junction in the backward pass. Backward pass says that consider the smallest duration. So 3 is considered, not the 4. And here 6 minus 3 in the root A is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So 0 is small. Therefore, I have considered that. Now I have written time for all the activities. Forward time, backward time. I started with 0, I end with 0. Now you come back to the network. See, finishing time, latest finishing time, 2 are equal. And here also 2 times are equal. Therefore, this is known as critical activity. Here 6 is there, 7 is there. So therefore, it is not a critical activity. Now again 6, 6, 8, 8. This is a critical activity. And here 6, 7, 3, 4. This is not critical activity. Now here you can see here 3, 6, again 3, 4. So this is a critical activity. And this is a critical activity. So what are the critical activities path? The path is like this. Now 1 to 3, comma 3 to 2, comma 2 to 4, comma 4 to 6. Okay, this is known as CP. CP means critical path. Now in this network, we have only one critical path. Some generally we may have 2 critical paths, but in this network we have only one critical path. Now come back to the table. Now first activity is A, and where it is occurring? 1 to 2 it is occurring. What is the duration? 3. What is the starting time? 0. What is the finishing time? 3. What is the latest starting time for this activity? Please, in this root it is 3. Where it is 3? Come here. 6 minus 3, 3. LFT is 6. See the difference? LFT minus EFT, 6 minus 3, that is 3. LST minus EST, 3. So total float is 3. Once the total float is non-zero, it is NCA. NCA means non-critical activity. Now how to find out free float? Free float is, now you can see here, come back to this. 2 is a junction. What is the EFT you have selected? 6 you have selected. Minus 3 duration minus EST. So your free float is 3. Now 3 minus 3 is 0. This is independent interference float, we call it as. Now what is independent float? Independent float is EFT selected, see 6 selected, minus 3 duration minus LST selected. LST selected is 0. 6 minus 3 minus 0. So 3. Okay. Now this is A. Now come to B. B is a critical activity. Everything will be 0. B occurs where? From 1 to 3. What is the starting time duration? 3. What is the starting time? 0. What is the ending time? 3. From the network I am talking. What is the latest starting time? Latest starting time is 0. Latest finishing time 3. See, 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Once total float is 0, it is called as CA. Critical activity, all floats will be 0. Apply the formula, you will find. Now what does it mean? What does it mean means you cannot underestimate this fellow. This activity is critical. Means you need to consider this fellow in the project. Okay. Now go to C. Now where C is occurring, C occurs between 3 to 2. Now what
Sir,
is the
can you
time
please
duration? 3. Yeah, tell me.
can you please repeat the last point, that B1? B
What D?
B
Which
sir,
one
B
you want?
activity.
B activity. Yeah. See, B activity, I will tell you. B activity is taking 3 days. Okay. The time is 3. Okay. Then what is the starting time? 0. See, project starts with 2 activities. The starting time for both the activities will be 0. They are called parallel immediate starters. So what happened? 0 plus 3. 3. What I have written here. And latest starting time, this is a junction 3. Why it is a junction? 5 to 3 is 1 and 2 to 3 is 1. Backward pass, you are going reverse. When you are going reverse, smallest to be taken. That's what we have told. Smallest is to be told in backward pass. So LFT is 3. That's why I have written LFT 3. Latest finishing time. Then 3 minus 3, 0. So that's what I have written 0 here. So 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Therefore, once total float is 0, all floats will be 0. You can calculate, for example, free float. Free float is nothing but 3 minus 3, 0. So 0. Independent float, 3 minus 3, 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. So that's why it is called as critical activity B. C is also critical. You can clarify your doubt. C also. See, what is the time for C? 3. What is the starting time for 3? C? 3. What is the ending time? Ending time is 6. What is the latest starting time? 6 minus 3. 3. What is the latest finishing time? 6. See the network. That's why it is very advantageous to write the times. See, 6 is written. This is below. That is, C is occurring between 3 to 2. It is completing here. This is called latest finishing time of C. 6 minus 3, 3. This is a junction. 7 minus 3 is 4. For E, it will come. Okay, not for C. So here what is happening? 6 minus 6 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. So therefore, 0. Once total float is 0, all other floats will be there because it is CA. Okay, now you take D. D occurs between 2 to 4. What is the duration? 2. What is the starting time? 6 actually, not 3, because it is a junction. You go back to the network. 6 we have taken, not 3. So what is the finishing time? 6 plus 2, 8. What is the LST? 8 minus 2, 6. What is the LFT? 8. 8 minus 8, 6 minus 6, 0. So this is once again critical activity. Okay. Now come to E. E is non-critical activity. Here you can clarify your doubts. Where occurs E? E occurs between 3 to 5. What is the duration? 3. What is the starting time of E? 3. Here you can see, go to the network always. See, 3 is the starting time. 3 plus 3, 6. So 6 is your finishing time. What is the latest starting time? 7 minus 3, 4. In that route. Not 3. 3 for C. For E it is 4. Why it is 4? 7 minus 3. And what is the LST? Okay. Duration is 3. EST. EST is 6. Okay, 1 minute. Where I have written? For E, the duration for E is 3. Starting time is 3. So finishing time is 6. Latest starting time 7 minus 3 is 4. Latest finishing time 7. See the difference? 7 minus 6 is 1, 4 minus 3 is 1. Like this it should be correct. Now what is independent free float? Free float you can see here 6. It is not a junction. So 6 minus 3 minus 3. So 0. 1 minus 0, 1. I already given the formula. I am going as per the formula. Now ID float 6 minus 3, not 4. Selected is 3. So 6 minus 3 minus 3, 0. Now because your total float is not 0, it is NCA. Okay. Similarly, now F is a critical activity. I don't want to take. Let us take G. G, where it occurs, 5 to 6 it occurs. What is the duration? 3 is the duration. What is the starting time? 6 is the starting time. See the network. See here 6. 6 plus 3, 9. So 9 is the finishing time. What is the LST? 10 minus 3, 7. And what is LFT? 10. So difference, see, 10 minus 9 is 1, 7 minus 6 is 1. Once the total float is non-zero, it is NCA, non-critical activity. Now come to the free float. Free float in the sense, see, G is occurring between 5 to 6. 6 is a junction. One activity comes here, another activity comes here. So the selected EFT is 10. Okay, 10 minus 3 minus 6. That is 9. 10 minus 9, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Now ID float will be EFT selected 10 minus 3 minus LST, 0. Okay. This is how the timings have to be worked out. Now this completes what we call it as CPM. Okay. The next one will be PERT. Most probably we will take it in the next class. I will share some of the handouts. Please, coordinators, please see that the handouts are reached to students. Otherwise, it is difficult for me to write the problem every time. And assignments, I'll be giving the projects based on this only. And you have to practice. Okay. So now we are coming to the end of the class. Any doubts are there? Because network is I've already told you, it all depends upon the understanding of the project, how many activities are there. Now all these are related to projects only. Okay, project plan and how the project plan. See, this is what I was telling you. Pareto chart already you have done. Therefore, I am not doing. Network diagram. Today we started. Critical path method we completed. Program evaluation review technique will be done in the next class. Gantt chart. Both will be done in the next class. So any doubts are there, my dear students? Please tell me so that we can clarify your doubts.
Sir, what was the full form of PERT?
PERT is nothing but program evaluation review technique.
Okay, sir.
Abhishek Sarkar, you are asking how, please explain once more how we are getting starting and ending time. Let me find out some of your doubts, and then because I have to do in Paint, no? Which one?
Okay,
A
sir.
will be no. For A activity IDF will be 3 no, sir. A, yeah, have you gone to the table? Because now I have removed the network. I don't have the network. Okay. That's why I told you very clearly in the beginning of the lecture, one should be very, very, very careful. Okay. Repeat the formula. I have written already. No, what you are doing, man? I have written already on the screen. What you are doing? The problem here it is whiteboard is not there, so it is very, very. Oh, okay. Bad network. Do one thing. Get the information from your friend, because for me I have eliminated the network. TK, you do one thing. You come back to me in Google Meet privately. I will explain you. Okay? Because this GoToMeeting is useless to me. It's very difficult for me. And come back to me in Google Meet. I will explain you, because the next class is on Sunday. The next class is on 9th, I think, if I am correct. I have to find out from Double G. Before the next class, please be perfect with network. Why? Because PERT is extension of CPM only. If you have doubts in CPM, I'll come once again tomorrow. I'll clarify your doubts, because PERT is very tough. PERT is extension of CPM only. IDF means independent float. Salil, independent float. Hope you are doing well. It's nice to see you. Now, do one thing. All these, sir, A activity IDF. Yeah, already I cleared. Can you please repeat the formula? Can you please explain once more how we get starting and ending time? The starting time for the first activity will be 0, correct? For that activity, the finishing time will be equal to starting time plus time, duration. For example, for A, it was 3, 0 plus 3. It is equals to 3. Okay, Abhishek, you got my point. Otherwise, you reach me by Google Meet. All of you who are having doubt today, because it's very tough, little bit tough, because for chemical engineering you have not done. So all of you, those who are having doubt, I request Trishta to find out how many are having doubt. If doubt is there, I will once again come you off the record. Tomorrow will be off the record exclusively to clear your doubts. Okay, it will not be on the record, but still I will come. We'll meet in Google Meet and I'll clarify your thing, because I will explain on whiteboard. Writing in Paint is very difficult for me. I tried for whiteboard. For Google Meet, it is not possible. GoToMeeting, I am having some issues with whiteboard. In Google Meet, it is okay. So my kind request to my dear friends is, if you have any doubts, please pass it on to Trishta. And if it is necessary tomorrow, we will meet. I will clarify your doubts, because this is one of the most important technique which you should learn. Because I'll give assignment based on this only. Anything before we close down? Actually, our time was up to 7 only. Anyway, it is very happy to spend with all of you young minds. You're all my friends. I once again feel most elated to spend some time with young minds like you. It's an opportunity given by ISCHE to me. I am an ordinary person, very, 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 very ordinary person with very, very little knowledge. Just I am sharing whatever the knowledge I am having. Okay, don't compare with University Institute of Technology Mumbai or IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur. वो लोग बड़े आदमी हैं. Okay, हम तो बहुत छोटे हैं. Okay. So any other things are there? Please come back to Trishta so that we can meet tomorrow. If you want, I can clarify your doubts. I will take some other problem for which I will share the handout. Okay, if I share the handout, I can say much of the time is saved. Fine. So then, good night to all of you. Take care and stay safe. It's very essential now because of the pandemic. Thank you once again for providing me an opportunity. Again, happy to see you all. Yellow belt people, already you got the belt now. Okay. Now you have to go for Go Green. Thank you very much and Shubhratri. Any doubts, Salil? You are having any doubts? Salil Narvekar.
No, sir, I'm fine. I've got my doubts clear.
Fine. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Dalji, can we close? Nisha. Dhaval sir.
Hello. Yeah. Am I audible?
Dhavalji.
Sir.
Yeah, you are audible now.
Yeah, sorry, I actually forgot to unmute. Okay. But I think, sir, with paints, I think you did very, very well today. And,
Which one?
sir, using paints, you showed everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that went very, very well today. And only thing is one text
I
box.
didn't understand.
Hello.
No, I didn't understand what you are telling.
Sir, I just said that today that whatever the writing work you did on paints, na? Microsoft Paints.
Yeah.
I think I think that is captured. Show it to you, sir, how it goes.
Oh, was it okay or any issues were there?
It was very, very nice. Only one text box we can use in case if you want to type something in Paint. So that I can show it to you. I'll ask them to show it to you. But
Means
I
they
think
could
it
not
went
see
very, very
the
well,
thing
sir.
what I wrote in the pen.
Sir, everything is
No,
visible.
what I wrote in pen.
Everything was visible, sir.
Okay.
Everything was visible, very, very clear. Nothing, no adjustment of anything. Camera, whatever you wrote was very, very clear.
Okay, very nice. Because
Very nicely done.
it has saved my tension.
Tension, but okay.
because I was because whiteboard का कुछ चल रहा था ना इसीलिए.
Good, sir, but I think very, very well. Only thing is one text box we can use if you want to type anything. I think that like when you have time, I think we can just have a little bit so that how to use the text box in Paint is very, very easy. So you can directly type and use C1, C2.
Text box is there, correct. I know text box is there. But see, in the network, writing is very, very small. So that is it is very difficult.
Oh.
If it is a long, I can type. So it's very small, just like letter A or number C, like that.
But sir, you have drawn it very well. It was identified. We can identify the C1, C2.
Thank you.
Good, sir.
Thank
Any
you,
other
thank you.
take rest, sir, please. Okay. I hope
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay, sir. Take rest, sir. We
I hope the
session.
students.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Nikhil, we can stop the recording.